What's up everybody, it's your host Cleric Dragoon, and in today's video guys, I'm going to be looking at the attacking method, the Haunted Queen. And this attacking method is basically just a hybrid of the witchslap, guys. You add a few more healers and you change your funnel to a queenwalk and a witchwalk on the other side. Now you could call this technically a queenwalk witchslap, you could, but we decided to call it the Haunted Queen. It just sounds cooler. So let's get in and start this thing with 24. And right here you see this base. This base looks perfect for slap. It's got these really thin AD, or really close to the side ADs, which will not mess with your healers. And he is elected to throw the queen on that side. And now the witches are going to come in over here, and just watch how he deploys the witches over here in this corner by the dark barracks. Just perfectly funnels them into that AD. I really like that. Really smooth move by I Love You. And this is a shattered variant of the Haunted Queen. Now watch, they're going to turn back in and move right into the dark barracks and then the AD. Now the Queen Walk has phased. He had to phase her not to burn a rage. The whole thing is to use the spells in the core and keep your walk going without any spells, because the queen and the witches are going to meet up at the end of the attack on the at the ends of the base. But the queen actually in this version of a witch slap or variant, the queen has more range, so you are sacrificing some witch power for the extra healers, but the queen's range more than makes up for the loss of the few witches. So right here, as you can see, I Love You has crushed this base. It's completely destroyed. We'll speed it up just a hair because of time. These attacks tend to move very slowly, and you already see the outcome. It's got plenty of troops left. The bowlers just got to pound on the wall a little bit, and it's all she wrote. Good job, I Love You. And I love that name. Let's move on to the next attack. Alright, right here we got Hoy. Yeah, you got me there. So again, this is a shattered variant. Now, I will tell you guys, in the shattered variant, you have to be very careful with your golem placement, because you don't want the healers jumping off the witches or the queen walk. So you have to be very, very careful not to place the golems near your funnel. And I've already kind of moved it this way because I know that it's going to be at this end of the base, because there's the ADs. So right here he started his witch walk over here. Here comes his first golem, and that's pretty close to that healer, guys. So that's going to be a problem. Now just watch that healer, or the two healers. Watch now, they have aggroed the golem, and now the witches are on their own, and that is exactly what we were talking about at the beginning of this video. So what will happen now is the witches will proceed on their own, and they may not make it to the end of this base. Queen has phased. That's okay, that's what you want to do. If she gets in trouble, you just don't want to burn a rage on her. And right now the push into the base is going quite well. The witches are holding their own at this point. They're okay, but you know, really and truly, it's going to be okay with those guys. They're producing enough skellies to continue on this push. Now the core shot is starting to waver a bit, but with the two golems, there is enough tanking right now to keep the bowlers alive, and that's a good thing. BK has went down. Those witches have still made it, even without healer coverage. That's amazing. That is amazing. And I'm going to speed it up just a hair because the writing is on the wall. The queen is in a bit of a pickle there, but she come out. She's okay. And now she's going to come back in for the last archer tower. And this base is a wrap. Great job, Hugh? Maybe it's Hugh. I don't know. So now, and these guys just rolled these attacks over in Divine Justice. They just rolled them like one right after the other you know, and they're versing the Bottom Bean clan. Those guys are highly respected, and they got some really good bases, but these guys rolled this Haunted Queen on these bases like it was nothing. So let's take a look, and here again we see this base style, anti-air meta. And guys, there's a lot of attacks right now that are dealing with these bases. So the base meta is going to have to change, or else the Haunted Queen, the Red Witch, the Witch Slap, the Grundinator, all of those attacks will take advantage of this base style. So I'm going to be the first one to tell you here, this base style will change pretty soon, or else it's just going to get crushed over and over again by Witch Slaps. So right here, this variant, I did not catch the funnel going in. I don't know if he's got 2 golems. Yep, he's got 2 golems. This is a shattered variant, and already you see the healers have jumped off of the witch funnel. So the witch funnel is going to be in trouble now. Just, it may make it through and it may not. But at this point, the core shot is going well. One of the golems is still whole. I think there's at least 4 bowlers out of the 5 in the CC. He just lost 2 to a spring trap. Amazing. And now the queen is entering the pretty bad area of DPS, but she still has her phase, guys. So I mean, at this point, and this is Hui again. He rolled a 6-pack with this attack. Really nice work here. So he's kind of lost the witches on that side due to the healer jump. That is a fear with the shattered variant. You can roll this attack with a cold-blooded variant as well, and that will be less acceptable to lose your healers. Because your golem, you can kind of center it, and at least the healers might not jump. But right here, this base is a wrap. Good job, Hoy. We'll speed it up because that archer tower and cannon are done. Now we'll move on to 28. That'll be my last example tonight of this attack. And I'm sure these guys are going to have some more. The war is kind of just in the beginning moment, so I'm sure there's more. But look at this base. Yet another all-set AD base. So let's check out what Matiro can do to this base. And here comes his walk. Okay, so now this one concerns me a little bit here, because this AD, he's going at it with the golems there, but a little concerned that it's a little too far for the witches to be able to acquire. Okay, so they're turning in. All right, his walk is still looking pretty good. He's still got the healers up on the witches, which is really awesome, guys. And he actually used wall breakers in this attack, so that's pretty cool. And this attack is moving through the base quite nicely. He's got that next jump, but he hasn't used it yet. Just kind of holding on to it. And now the core shot has kind of came out into the open with the witch walk, which is really interesting. The way this base is shaped has kind of promoted that. The golems have redirected, but unfortunately the king has decided to go on the trash ring, and the healers are redirecting to the golems, and now they're shredded. So that's a really kind of disturbing thing there. But the witches are doing damage right now. They are holding their own. This one witch, or 2 witches, are coming in at the bow, but they are not going to be able to withstand that bow. It's going to take that witch down. And now the queen walk is pretty much what he needs to save that phase until the last minute, and she's probably going to be the hero here in this Haunted Queen. I'm going to speed it up and just let you see what happens here. His healers are getting roasted right now by that Tesla. The Queen has moved in. She's going to phase. And that's what she needed. That actually, that sweeper done the healers a favor and pushed them out of the way of that Tesla. And with that, Matiro is GG. And guys, I hope you guys see the power of this hybrid attack of the witchslap. The Haunted Queen should be on your list, on your to-do list, as far as effective attacks. It is a very strong variant of the witchslap, and I will be promoting this attack. This attack is good, guys. You need to get out there and do this thing. These guys over in Divine Justice have figured this thing out, and they are doing a great job with it and great things. So guys, I definitely implore you to start FCing with it. Try it out. If you already know witchslap, guys, it's really easy to learn this this attack. It's not much different, just with the queenwalk. You have to be aware of that queen. You can't, you got to keep your eyes on her. So maybe get a spotter in your war attacks if you can do that. But anyway, with all that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this content, and I am out of here. Alright guys, I'm going to tuck this in at the end of the video because this attack is not special, but being that I put out that Haunted Queen video, my clanmates requested right after the video. They said, Dragoon, we want to see the Haunted Queen, run the Haunted Queen. Well guys, I'd never run the Haunted Queen before. I had covered it, but never run it. But hey, I watch my own videos just like you guys, so I was like, alright, I'm ready for the challenge. But now the thing is, in this particular war, the base that was left for me was this one, and it's not max defense, so that's why I'm just going to put it, this is a video extra and not going to be in the main video because it's it's nothing special. But I just want to show you guys I do watch my own content, and so to prove it to you, I'm going to show you this attack. And right here I start out on either side. I start the witches first because they're a little bit slower moving than the queenwalk. And then I start out with the queenwalk. And right here, reason I chose this attack because these ADs are not effective, really, for these walks. The queen will stay out of range of that one. The witches probably will stay out of range for that one because right here there's nothing in these pockets, nothing I can see. Now there may be some Teslas there, and that may be a mistake. But as you can see, I run with a cold-blooded variant. Now most of the examples of the Haunted Queen I show you guys are shattered. But I don't like shattered with this attack because your healers will jump so easily to golems, and I don't like that. But right here, as you can see, my witches split. They went into the core, and so I lost some of them. My healers are not on them. They're only on one outside witch. But other than that, the attack is running just like it's supposed to run. ADs are down well before the witches get to the outside. Bowlers are putting in work on this base design. Queenwalk is working quite nicely. And I'm holding her phase at this point until I think it's needed. Now at this point, we're all on voice, by the way, when I done this attack. Everybody's laughing and we're all having a good time. So, it ended up being a good thing. I was hoping that I could get it down. You never know with attempts on 3 stars, guys. We really put a lot of planning in our attacks, but ultimately they can fail. Your vision might not be right for a base, but luckily in this attack it worked out and I got the 3-star. But I'll speed it up because as you can see, this base is a wrap. And guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this one. Thank you for all your support.